thought it connected, but it didn't connect.
You know, now I'm going to be just scared.
We're making sure we're live in color. That's an old thing.
Okay, I think we got an ad on one. So I think... Okay, I think we're good to go.
Okay, cool. My arm was stuck to... Hey, friends. Let's do that again. I want a better wave. Hey, friends. Happy Wednesday, Friends Day. I'm so happy you're here with me tonight. We're going to paint this cute koala. Isn't that fun? The link is in this video's description. It's on unsplash.com. We're going to... Oh, I have a traceable. I was going to say we're going to fly over. I have a traceable on my website, annietroe.com. Emily's here with me tonight.
Oh, hello.
I almost forgot about you. We're going to fly over to my art table and get started right away. All right, kiddo. Nope, don't do that. I do it wrong.
You can do that. You do that. Yeah.
Well, I was doing it wrong. My first step was wrong. Yeah, last time I think threw me more than I realized when we didn't connect.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't have to do anything. Emily did all the, sorry about my hand, guys. Emily did all the figuring it out and fixing of it. Yeah, I'll get that.
Okay.
Oop, you're dragging cords with you in a funny way. I think you're okay, though. Okay, we have wired mice, because then we don't have to worry about those connecting. Although they haven't been perfect. I think we had mic troubles last time, too, didn't we?
We did.
Okay, so thank you all who have donated to the channel, because I'm thinking when I turn on my new light, I think that's better. I've painted one video, but you won't get to it for like 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So you guys can let us know if you like the light. Ta-da, we have lights. I'm painting on an 8" by 8" canvas panel from U.S. Art Supply. If you want to check them out or you're curious, there's a link in this video's description. I painted it with, well, here, let's get my colors out. I'm going to put my reference photo on my bulletin board. I think I'm going to use the reference photo on my iPad, which means I won't have chat open tonight, because I can zoom in on it a little bit better. Okay, I'm burying some of my stuff I'm going to want later. So isn't that a pretty palette? So 2 colors plus black and white. I posted this on the community page. You guys can let me know. Gravy wanted to paint along, I think, and maybe some other people do too. I don't know that I could keep up. I'm not because I'm fast. I am slow. I would be listening and distracted and things. So I have yellow oxide, and quinacridone magenta. Those are my 2 colors. Mars black. They're all basics, all Liquitex. Titanium white. Those are my colors. Blue would be fun for some of the black areas. You could add blue. So I mixed kind of an orangey color with the yellow oxide and the quinacridone magenta. This is quinacridone magenta, some yellow oxide, and where's my white? Some white for a warm pink. That's quinacridone magenta. So I mixed an orange, this color orange, over here, put some black in it for a brown. I think it has more yellow oxide than magenta, but you can play with it for the brown you want. And then this is, I don't know what the proportions are, a medium gray-ish with my Mars black and my titanium white. I think, I painted the eyes just because they're little, and I don't know that they're done, but they're in there. I won't lose them. And I painted the nostrils and a little bit around the nostrils, just because I can't always see through my phone and get them into my reading portion of my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to lighten things up, Emily, and I've set the table.
Okay. Well, so far tonight in the chat with us, we have Suzanne, Cindy, Leanne, Bonita, Melinda, Debbie, Melina, Tinker, and Deborah.
Wow, thank you. It's so fun to hang out with you guys. I love it. Oh, I didn't mention, I used an 8x8, the photo 8x8 instead of my traceable. But then whatever you scribble, I scribble on the back with chalk pastel. You could use Sorrel paper, whatever you like. And then trace it onto my canvas panel here. And now I'm just using a kneaded eraser to lighten it up. You could use a lighter color. It'd be easier to paint over, but I want you guys to be able to at least see it for a little bit. I'm scrubbing it. It is like a spring day here in Omaha, Nebraska. It's
66.
Is it 66? I looked at my watch, but I've got my timer going. It's really windy, but it's nice. And I think we're going to get snow tomorrow, Em.
Oh, geez.
Inch or two. It's going to start out as rain.
I'm literally wearing shorts right now.
Emily has shorts on. I have a t-shirt on.
Yeah, it's so windy, though.
Well, then we have every light. I have lots of lights in here, and they're all on, so it gets warm in here, So you need shorts. I drew, like he has chubby cheeks. I drew lines for that to help me find him. I've been saying this in my last couple of videos, but they won't post for, a couple weeks yet. Mm-hmm. That I think it's better for you guys, or it might work better for you guys. It'll help you see better. I should just tell you what I'm talking about. If you use the photo as a traceable, you are more than welcome to use my traceables. But if you use the photo, you'll see maybe like an area like right up here that you want to put on there. And I don't have it on my traceable. You'll see the shape of the eye better after you trace them. When you use my traceable, you don't necessarily see why I did that. That makes sense. So in the last couple of videos, I've been encouraging people to go get the reference photo, both to look at, but this is taking me a while, and to use it as a traceable, because I think you'll see what you're painting, and you'll get to know it better just by tracing it. And then also by tracing it, I think your drawing skills will improve a little faster than using my traceables. I'm really downplaying them, but do what you like. I do them for you guys. Okay, we're going to call that good. I'm going to use a 1/2-inch flat brush from Michaels. You can't see it. It's an Artist Loft brush. It came in a pack of 4 or 5 brushes. And I'm going to start with the pink in the ear. I've got a little brown pink here that I put in the nose. Let's put a little of that in. And see, I even drew kind of like some squigglies of where I put it in the traceable. It's a pretty detailed traceable. I don't know, I was still thinking it might be better for you to see it.
Mm-hmm. I like that dusty pink it makes.
Isn't that pretty? Ow. My hair just got pinched into my apron. Yeah, I think this will be pretty.
Yeah, it's a sweet, dusty color.
Yeah, only 2 colors. And like I said, you could add blue. That would be pretty. So I didn't want to leave that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at my reference photo to see if I had a white area here, and I do. I didn't totally trace it out. You could, your traceable could be quite traceable. When you trace the photo, it could be quite detailed. And almost there's somebody on YouTube, and I should have wrote down who it was, who was taught in art school to do a complete drawing and then paint on top of it.
Oh, wow.
But that would give you tons of details and values, and and it turns out quite realistic, which I don't think is bad at all. For me, the more detail, the more realism, the longer it takes me to paint. Yeah, this is quite white over here. Of course, we don't have to follow the photo exactly.
Debbie says, since watching your channel, I have been using my chalk pencil I bought in the late 90s more than I ever have, with like the winky tongue sticking out emoji.
Yeah. I think a lot of artists use the Sorrel paper. I haven't bought it yet. I could. I'm just in such a habit.
I don't know if I've ever used that.
I haven't. I've never purchased it. So I've seen plenty of people use it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Tinker says, Emily, you should let Annie know they have a set of professional Liquitex paints on clearance at Blick right now.
Oh, I like a deal. I mean,
I know, me too.
And I like to have a backup and then another backup in case and I really don't need that many backups.
6 for $24.95.
Ooh, that
2
sounds
ounce
like
tubes.
That sounds like a good price. Thanks. I've got a $5 voucher, whatever you call it, that I've earned.
Oh, like rewards points?
Rewards, yeah, it's rewards.
For Blick or Michaels?
For Michaels. Oh, she said Blick?
Yeah, Blick.
Oh, I heard Michaels. We have a Blick.
I was trying to see if I can find it online.
That's funny. I'm sure you said it. I just, how my brain will.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Michaels on the brain probably because of the brush I'm holding. I'm just varying the pink, darker. So I think my light's pretty much coming from the top. How do I know that? Well, it's a little of a guessing game sometimes. Whoops. All right, is that in frame? Yes. Okay, so he's got a shadow. Let me get something to point with. You can see there's a shadow here. So that's pretty much this way. Both of his ears are light. Both the top of his eyes are light and the same color. And pretty much, like the light's coming a little bit from this side because he's got a little more shadow, or she, on his nose here than there. But that's arguable. It's bluer here and darker, blacker here. So that's how and then this arm comes into the light. So it's pretty much coming from straight up the top.
Wow, can you see that on you probably already pulled it away now that I said that, but that looked, like the iPad looked so juicy on the...
My phone makes the iPad look juicy.
Yeah.
I've commented on that in a recent video too. Okay.
Melina always uses Sorrel. I don't even know if I know what it looks like.
It kind of comes in a thing like saran wrap as far as the packaging. I don't even know if that's how you say it.
Oh yeah, it does look like saran wrap-ish. Or like tinfoil box, Oh, okay.
It's some sort of artist transfer paper.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever used it.
All I'm doing is putting down a little more color because I didn't get as much coverage as I wanted.
And then Debbie says, I taught using the black and white transfer paper because I taught decorative art back then and it was standard practice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know that mine is standard.
Yours is, you got what you, use what you got.
Well, and I have chalk pastels. I have a chalk wall. Well, this is Emily's old bedroom, and we painted a chalk paint on part of a wall, I don't know how long ago. Mm-hmm. Quite a while ago now. And every once in a while, I have chalk videos on my YouTube channel here, and I used to do quite a few of them, but they just weren't as popular. But I'm going to update my chalk wall. I've got a snowman on it. Pretty soon I'm going to update it for spring, and I'll do a video.
And then Chase popped in with his $9.99 and his little goat emoji.
Hey, Chase, man. Thank you. Hope you had a good day today. I got a quiz. See, I will fuss when I could just move on. I do that. I like to kind of play. All right, let's use the kind of dirty brown pink I've got going over here. And I might not get the value just right, but I'm going to put it. Oh gosh, that doesn't look like much of anything. I put a little pink in the nose. This is lighter though. I'm going to grab a little white. How did I know I wanted a little white? Well, for now I think I want that. There's a little piece of the nose I want darker. Maybe it needs to be darker instead of my chin lighter. But if you want the edge to show, you got to have a little contrast. Okay, I'm going to grab some I have a dirty brush, but I'm going to grab some straight up white because I'm thinking it's going to be thin and on top of the yellow oxide background. It's not going to be white. Plus I'm going to mix in with a little charcoal. Oh, you know what? I don't have my my canvas up like I usually do. I wonder if that would help a smidge so it focuses. Might cut it off. I'm putting it in so I don't forget about it. Okay, what else? Oh, we could kind of do the eyes. Do all the pinky things. It is a pretty color. Here's what it looks like on a white paper towel. All right, I'm gonna grab a number 1 round. I'm thinking I'm gonna grab some straight up white because it's not gonna be white. I kind of want some more of my chart. Oh, it's not gonna go away too much. I would use a lighter color. All right, I could tell I couldn't see where I was going. The nice thing, this poor brush is already fanning really bad, is...
Oh, that light really brightens up your art table.
Good. I think it should be better. I still get shadows. I mean, I was hoping it would, you know, I don't know, eliminate them, but I'm still getting shadows. That brush is driving me nuts because it won't. The little ones just don't last long, especially if you use them as much as I do. Here we go. I just wanted to hold a point.
Gravy says, at Emily Troe, pre-read. And he says, which I didn't know. I didn't know that they were having an issue. I've heard of that koalas can... I need to read because I'm getting ahead of my own thoughts. Okay, I hope the medics solve the koala STD pandemic. Poor little things.
Oh.
And so I Googled it. And I didn't know that. I've always heard that, I don't know which one they can contract, but like, and then they have a problem with it, like transferring between other koalas in Australia or wherever.
Yeah.
But apparently they're like in trouble and they're having an epidemic.
Oh.
So this is
It's
an awareness koala now.
It's an STD that is
Let's see,
hard,
it's chlamydia that they can contract. And it's an epidemic. But the virus has, I think, University of Queensland, I found a news article that said that it's like, mutated basically, and it's now almost like an AIDS-like virus. So then it's even making them more susceptible to other things.
So they could die from
Yeah.
yeah, they die basically from it.
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
I know.
Okay,
Poor little koalas.
this is ironic, but chlamydia and syphilis was on the local news.
The what?
The chlamydia and syphilis was on the local news as long as we're talking about STDs.
Oh. I don't know. I remember when I was in school, our city was number 1 for one of them per capita, like by population.
I think it's a problem.
Oh, geez.
I'm like, oh.
But yeah, poor koalas.
Yeah.
They're so cute. Actually, I don't know if this is true, but I've heard that whatever leaf they particularly like to eat
Eucalyptus, I think.
has some calming something in it, so they're calm. Otherwise, they could be actually quite vicious.
Oh.
And not so cute and cuddly. But that might be completely wrong.
No idea. I don't think Bonita's going to have a koala on her
Yeah.
phone.
Our resident zoologist probably hasn't had koala experience.
She probably hates it. I say that. I just said that. Because she can't, I mean, she can comment in the chat, but, you know, talk about her without even asking.
Okay, I forget that I hate the Blick website because it's
I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like you have to click into a category and then click into another category, and then like you scroll down and you can see every color of everything, which is kind of nice, but there's a little tag that says save up to 55% off list. So I wonder if you could maybe get that deal that Tinker was talking about online.
Oh, maybe. Should maybe put it in the group.
I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to see if you can see because she said I think like a sets. Yeah.
Oops. That might be darker than I want. I don't get my values right the first time around. Just gonna soften that a little bit. So I'm literally painting by number, which that's stuck with me since I'm not offended that someone said that in one of the lives. I'm like, yup.
Said what?
Oh, painting by number.
Oh, paint by number. Yeah.
Like, yup. Pretty much. I mean, I'm looking at my reference photo and kind of putting in the things. I'm working my kind of browny, blacky, pinky puddle. Those are all technical terms.
Brownie, blacky, pinky.
Brownie, blacky, pinky. Am I in? Yeah. Okay. It's nice I can see the top of my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can see if we're in frame in real time. I don't know if I have to get this detail, but I rather liked sort of the eyes have like double bags.
Mm-hmm.
And the eyes are too orange, but it might be okay, or we might have to fix them. The pupils need to be gone over again with more black. Cool. Blue would be really nice on the nose, but I don't want to add a color. I'm definitely going to achieve harmony in my painting by only having 2 colors plus black and white. It's a real easy way to do it. I'm just going to kind of scribble this on. It'll kind of suggest short little fur. And grab a little gray.
You know what also probably didn't help the koalas?
Oh,
Are those fires that were in Australia a few years ago.
That's right.
I love when, because I'm Googling pictures of koalas. I love when they carry their little babies on their backs. It's so cute.
It's cute.
Looks like a little backpack.
It is. My head keeps spinning to my reference photo because I'm trying to get this fairly accurate. What's nice is to have my traceable there. I won't get too far off course. This side's a little more complicated. I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab a little brown, a little white. My brush was dirty, so I got that gray brown. I'm going to paint this shape in. So when I say paint the shapes, there's a shape, and it actually gets a little lighter down here. I could grab some white and do the value change, or not worry about it till after it dries and come back and change it up a little. And I don't know if that changed it too much. There's like a cute little shape in there. And I think it'll help me do this one. Okay, so this comes down. I'm going to leave it kind of dry brushy and sketchy and let here. I can't tell where I'm supposed to go. So I'm going to grab some white.
Oh, Bonita says koala bears aren't bears. That's really all I know. That's all I know.
That's more than I know.
I didn't know. Yeah, I guess I didn't know they weren't really a bear.
Thanks, Bonita. I put you on the spot, totally.
Obviously, I guess they don't look like bears, and they don't live like bears.
I don't think they do. There's a light line right here, so I'm gonna... Let's see if I can get it in there.
Oh, they're a marsupial.
Eel, yeah. That I knew.
Oh, they probably call them bears.
'Cause they're
While they might look like bear, or look bear-like with their round ears and big black nose.
Their noses are funny, so
I
get
know.
out.
They share more characteristics with other marsupials like wombats. Oh, Gravy says they are marsupials. Yeah.
We have the smartest chat on YouTube.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything.
We have the smartest chat. I love that. I learn when we have the lives. Okay, that's way detailed, but I think it's going to help me. A little purple could be fun too. I'm seeing a little purple in the nostril down here. I'm going to put a little brown. Might be too dark. I like the minutia, the little little stuff that happens. I'm going to go back to a bigger brush here. I don't know that I should paint that nose with hardly any brown in it. I think I'm going to stick to grays and whites. And we could glaze over some color if we want later. I'm assuming picking up it is a little bit helpful.
Yeah, it's whatever's comfortable.
Oops, I don't want to go that far. I drew this line to help me know where the shadow shifts. Oops. I'm mouth breathing because I'm like, I'm a little worried about getting, I was telling Emily I was nervous to paint this one because this is an 8x8, so it would take me, if I had fun with it, 6 hours to paint. But it doesn't mean it's going to be better. I just drinking hot chocolate. I'm listening to a podcast. Just having a good old time. But I want to be mindful of everybody's time. If I need to, we'll do a part 2 because next week is what's on my easel. And when I'm feeling like it's almost time for a break too.
Yeah, you got 3 minutes.
Isn't that funny? Just kind of feel it. I might go a little longer.
That's fine.
So I want to stay lighter than the black, but darker. This might be easier with a smaller brush. Maybe I'll put this in. So I actually outlined the nose in brown and black. That's okay if I lose it. Oh, I just realized I was lifting my foot the whole time since I sat down and it started shaking a little bit.
Oh.
I don't know if it shook the art table. I kind of get stuck in a pose and then I don't even pay attention.
Gravy says, names of things can get crazy. Killer whale, bear dog, and prairie dog, for example. Yeah, I don't know why a prairie dog is called.
Well, it's on the prairie.
Well, yeah, the prairie part makes sense because it's where, they dig their little holes. But, it should be like prairie mole because he digs the hole, or prairie bunny. I don't know.
Or rodent.
I don't get the dog part. I just assume a killer whale is murderous. Or the person that found it thought it looked that way.
It's murderous. I'm trying.
Oh, groundhog. Yeah, there's also groundhogs.
Yeah.
Or sky. Chase says, or skyhawk. I don't know if that's even. I think there is such thing as a water snake. Chase says, or
sure.
water snake. I think I've seen one of those things.
I think they are water snakes.
Chaser said, or sand dune.
Oh, what are we going to do with him?
I know.
I do appreciate his humor. And his super chats. I should be nice to him.
Yeah.
Suck up to him. Is that the appropriate? Things will go faster once I get through some of these details.
Tinker asks, what type of easel does Annie have? Any suggestions on an H-frame? I know I could read reviews, but they are sometimes paid reviews, so better to get opinions firsthand. Would you suggest yours or no?
No.
Yeah.
It's night. I mean, it's night. So I bought, it's an H frame.
Yeah, it is.
I like it that it's fairly open on the bottom, so I don't bang my toes on it. It's pretty small as they go. I got it on sale at Blick Art Materials. I don't know how many years ago. Quite a while ago.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be doing basically paint and sips at one of the pottery places in town. I'm like, I got to stand up and paint and teach, so I'm going to buy myself a larger easel. That's why I did it. I have a hard time moving it up. You just kind of pull out this metal finger ring underneath. And
If people have been here long enough, it fell on your feet once.
It did
during a
fall.
live.
I just didn't have it locked in. I think
Yeah.
that was my fault. I think it's a good easel. Gosh, the big ones that you can, like, are motorized and move up and down, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. So I don't have much. I had a lot of words, but not a lot of help. I like it because it's smaller. It fits in Emily's old bedroom, basically.
Did you say it came from Blick?
Yeah. I don't know if I said that. It came from Blick. Long time ago, though.
Got it on sale?
Got it on sale. I gotta quit. See, I'm kind of fussing with the values. I really need to just stop. So it's probably better than I think. Sometimes, there we go. Sometimes I get a softer blend with my finger. It's gonna look better once I get the rest of the koala on. Okay, let's do a commercial now while Emily's typing.
Okay.
All right, so I just want to quickly thank Alyssa J, Cynthia M, Deborah M, and Julia Z for sending money to support the channel. I bought this light. Here, I'll turn the light off.
Yeah, flash it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And then I wanted to shout out, I think Melena's in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
She sent a super thanks. I think that's my second ever super thanks. And I think it was on a snowman ornament video. But correct me if I'm wrong, Melena, but thank you so much. And then just a general thank you. People have been sharing my videos on Facebook and other social media and shouting me out. We couldn't do this without all of you. I appreciate you guys so much. And then a little bit of an ad. I'm giving away this Friday, March 17th, 2023. Runs through Sunday, March 19th. This cute impatient painting we did live. It's on a 5x7 canvas panel. Has my artist mark signed on the back. I'm gonna send an easel to display it in. Anyway, that starts on Facebook only, so I don't miss anybody. My Facebook business page this Friday, if that interests you guys. No pressure to enter if it doesn't interest you.
That's cute for spring.
But yeah, you've got a heads up if you're interested. Okay. Thanks for letting me do the thank yous and the commercial. I think I'm gonna go keep working around the mouth, and then we'll pick up some speed.
I like the flashing of the lights. That was
So high tech.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same lights that I showed during the zebra live. I have two of those over the bigger easel. I'm just using straight up black. Some people think you shouldn't. You could, use different colors and mix a really dark color for your black. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, using black. I do think your shadows should usually have some color in them. Like my shadow has a little brown in it here. I think it just makes for a more interesting painting. And if I said should, I want to take that word away. Don't should on yourself. I think it looks nice. I don't know if there's any shoulds in art.
Yeah, don't should yourself.
Yeah, I should it on him. That's kind of funny, kind of not. So I get sidetracked. I'm like, oh, I'm over here, so I might as well paint.
Their noses just look like an avocado pit.
It's weird. They're weird. I mean, not weird, bad. Just like I've never.
Like what other animal? I guess another marsupial might have that kind of nose. I don't know.
So if you're painting fur, brushstroke direction is your best friend. Sorry, can I cut you off?
You're good.
And so all I'm doing, it's not showing a ton because I filled it in, but I'm just painting brushstroke direction here.
Gravy says flat black is flat, is what I've been told.
I suppose. I have Mars black. I don't know. I've just always had Mars black.
And Chase says, I would never shid myself.
Do you have an eye in there?
Yes.
Chase, man, I'm trying to paint. Trying to paint fast. I just decided I wanted this a little lighter. And I will bounce around because I'll forget. Plus, you should kind of work your whole painting. Should. There's another should. All at once. There, that looks a little better.
Yeah, it does.
Isn't that funny?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't see those things. Like with the Pooh Bear, was that just last week?
I think so. Yeah, because last week we had
I kept grabbing the orange and I really needed to grab the yellow and I just couldn't see it. Next day, when I was saying it too, I think during the live, which was funny. But I wasn't hearing myself either. Where am I going? I need to stop talking. Grab some white. Chase likes don't shit on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad you're here doing a chat. It's more. I think it's more fun for everybody. I would come for the chat if I weren't the one painting, and then I would paint it later.
Just paint in like silence, not talking to somebody, and then go through and reply at the end.
Yeah, you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have more fun in the chat. As long as I have this color. I know I said I was going to do something different, and I'm not doing it. So fur, I'm just making different, trying to make some random points. I'm going to clean off my brush and grab, whoops. Oh, I'm using a 1/4 inch flat. I switched. Didn't even really realize I switched. It's a craft brush from Michaels. Actually, it has more light here. Let's follow the reference photo. So it's wet, so it's blending when I put it down. So I'm going to blob it. And then I'm going to gray it up. Grab some white. So I grabbed some white because it wasn't... I'm cleaning off my brush on a paper towel. I grabbed some white because it wasn't light enough for me. There's some fun, crazy hairs if we have time.
Mm-hmm.
But I still wouldn't put them all in. I would just put a few in.
Their ears are extra fluffy compared to their body hair.
Yeah, they have some more wild hairs.
Yeah.
On. I can hear a cardinal outside our window.
know.
Just kind of peeping. It's not really singing. Okay, I was going to do the mouth. Here, so I've got this color. Let's... So you don't have to worry about all the little, especially on this guy, he's like a makeup brush puff. Do you know, like you're looking at the, oh, I might have one. No, I don't. Oh, well, here, it's kind of like a deerfoot stippler. Like you're looking at the end of it. There's just all the ends that you see. I don't know if you can see that on camera. So you don't really have to worry about too much other than the values. Now, Highland cow can be kind of a pain for painting fur. Of course, that's technically hair on a cow. But you just paint them in hair clumps, hair groups, hair shapes. And then pull out some fun ones. Hopefully that makes sense. He's a little darker over here. I need a name. I need a title.
Yeah, is it a boy koala or a girl koala?
I don't know. We can't look. I don't know if you can tell if you look. We have koalas at the Omaha Zoo, don't we?
I don't know.
Actually, I don't know either.
Gravy says Karen. LOL. Karen the
I
koala.
like alliteration. It's a Karen.
That's what I thought of.
I feel sorry for the Karens who...
That name, like after that happened, I've seen things that like that name, like decreased, like, or
Big
declined so
time.
fast in use for like new babies, you know?
I bet.
But I remember like joking when I was a kid, like everyone I knew always had like an Aunt Karen.
Oh, you do?
I have an Aunt Karen. Yeah, like I remember, like my neighborhood best friend had an Aunt Karen.
Lots of Karens, yeah.
Everyone has an Aunt Karen.
Oops, I'm not holding it up.
I listed 2 people that have an Aunt Karen.
I know what you
That's
mean, though.
everyone.
You read somewhere, though, that it...
Oh yeah, the second the "don't be a Karen" thing happened, like nobody was naming their kid Karen anymore.
I don't really use that. Maybe I will. Some kind of negative paint. You can get some fluff here. So what I mean by that is I'm going to go into the pink and the white. It's kind of small though, it might not show that much. And my brush is kind of big. It's mushing on me. I could go down to my favorite number 1 and slow down. We're doing okay here. Oops, we need to lighten up a little bit. I'm going to grab some of my lighter gray.
Oh, Gravy says Mike, the camel commercial. Oh, is that the, hey, Mike, guess what day it is? Is that the hump day commercial? I have no idea what they were selling, but I remember that commercial.
It's not ringing any bells right now for me. I don't know.
I think that's right. Because he goes like, Mike, guess what day it is? Hump day.
I think you're probably right.
Oh yeah, he says, yep, hump day. Tinker says, adult male koalas are noticeably larger than females, with a broader face and distinctly larger black nose, and can easily be distinguished by their large scent glands on their chest. I did not know they had scent glands on their chests. Adult female koalas have a relatively clean white chest and a backwards facing pouch for their young. Oh.
This one has a white chest, but I don't know how far down it goes, but
Yeah.
maybe this is a female. Sorry guys, I'm doing a little, I lost my spot on the reference. Oh, don't do that, iPad. If I yell, don't do that. I just want to zoom in and it gives me like, you know, add information or name or, you know, like I don't want that. Oh, there's some cute white hairs we could put in. I'm just trying to see some of the... I think I'll quit trying to make that. Okay, let's start cooking with a little gas. Probably should start at the top left. Oh, I didn't paint under that eye. As I said, let's cook with gas, and I see something.
This is the gas that you added was literally just like a little, just like opened that valve a little bit more.
Barely, yeah. Let's at least get a little color in there. Get that a little brighter right there. I think it's starting to look. Oh, I don't have my. I'll have to look at the live stream in a little bit, see how it's looking. 44 minutes. I need to pick up the speed. Okay, back to my. We can even go a little bigger. All right, let's just grab my gray puddle and see what we think. Oh, already want it darker. Let's go darker and then go over it. Being a little messy. So I picked up a little lighter gray. I was going to pick up a little black with one corner and a little lighter gray with the other corner. Well, that's kind of fun. We don't have to be too realistic because this isn't a pet portrait. I'm saying that for myself because I tend to get real into the details because the details will say that's their pet, you know, where the spots and things are. I could kind of be a little braver here. I was a little scared with this shape. My neck's gonna be sore the way I'm swiveling. You guys should. We need neck cam, hunch cam, and neck cam. Oh, you know what? And we kind of wanna. Let's do that.
Yeah, we'll just stick a camera up in the corner, kind of by you.
Yeah, especially here when I'm at my art table and I'm.
And I'll just make a hotkey, and when I see that you're hunching real bad, I'll just click for like a second to it to out you.
We need a pet cam one of these days.
Yeah.
She sat in Emily's chair and didn't want to give it up before we went live. But then it was nice the chair we transferred her to had sun on it, so that helped. Excuse me. I'm just dabbing. So fur. Little white, little gray. Just changing my values. I know it's lighter at the top. It goes darker as you go in the ear. And I just look at my reference photo for help. Like, what should I be doing here?
Painting.
Yeah. Hey, reference photo, should I be painting? Yeah. Kind of break the lines a little bit. Meaning the pink line around the ear, which I didn't do too much. We'll just kind of do it. There. This is one way to paint looser, is to give yourself a time limit. Usually you say a shorter time limit than an hour and a half to 2 hours. But and then you can always go back and refine it. Just kind of dry brushing over that ear a little bit. I don't know if I like it or not. Oh, we need some more stuff though. That's part of the problem. Wipe my brush off on my paper towel. I just do that so I don't have so much water in my brush all the time. You can wash it out as much as you want. You could squeeze it out on a towel, like have a rag or a paper towel handy. I feel like my voice is kind of rough again. I think it's the hunching and the looking down.
I can fill dead air, and you can take a sip.
Oh yeah, no. Just... I like having some puddles to grab from and also mix from. Kind of have a value that might already work. Yeah, those ears are wild. I'm gonna throw in a couple in case we don't have time, because there's one that goes like that. It's gonna dry darker. It's gonna need a little reinforcing. And I've got my brush is dirty. I'm gonna clean it out a little bit. Let's try that again. So one thing I like about the craft brushes is there's not as many bristles in them. So I can get it sometimes like a thinner line. It just depends. I'm just gonna stamp.
Yeah, I like that, I like that, I like that.
I can get a thinner line sometimes. I'm just gonna kind of, it's not showing. It's because I have a lighter background. If I had a dark background, that would be popping out like nobody's business.
I like those.
Get a little fun ones. Get a few fun ones in case we don't have time. Whoops, that's a fat one.
You can have a chunk.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Okay, and then we'll just take some. So there is kind of a direction, but I'm going to do more of the shape of the head, which also actually the fur follows. Oop, I didn't really do the inside of the ear. I'm running out of paint.
Chase says this koala looks like a Patricia.
Why is that funny? Like, that's a bad thing. I feel like he's, like, the way you said it, maybe, like, it's a bad thing.
Well, just because, I don't know, Chase is always a little instigator, I feel like.
A little
Even
devilish.
when even when it seems normal, there's always got to be some layer.
Undertone.
Mm-hmm.
Underbelly of Chase. That's probably not funny. He's trying to make me laugh.
He's got a little headband.
He does. He does, he does. So I'm doing it this way because I'm looking at my reference photo and I don't lose my place if I kind of work from one end to another. Then I sometimes, quite often, have to come back and fix things, but.
I like his ear.
Good. Well, I don't want to. I could kind of, well, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Sweep it. I could. And get away with it, I think. I just grabbed some white. Let's see if I, oh, that's not very white because my brush is dirty. My paints are drying. This is just an old eyeglass cleaner bottle. It's a fine mist, which is why I like it. Didn't cost me anything. So that dark made me scared. I'm gonna wipe off my brush. Grab some of my medium gray.
Everyone and their mom is out driving today.
Watch, just because the window's open. That's pretty normal for me. I was going to give more location information. I thought, no. I kind of need a smaller brush, but I'm seeing if I can get in there. Or a little wetter. Maybe I need a little water. If it's not flowing the way you want, you might want to just dip like the corner in.
What's that song with that? There was some cartoon when I was a kid that had like an address in it.
Oh, I don't know.
It was very reminiscent of that song that has the phone number in it. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The 875-609. What is it?
8675309.
Yeah, it was like that. Now I need to find out the.
Yeah. I got it. I don't know if that's in the right words. Everybody's singing it now, though. Just trying to change my value.
I feel like it's apartment something.
I know, honey. I'm trying to paint as fast as I can.
You're good. You're good.
You're asking me questions. I just don't paint fast. We'll go. Relax, Annie. Yell at myself when it's Ann.
Yeah, use the government name. Whip you into shape.
We can go part 2 if we need to. So we think this might be a she. Oops.
Sandy asks, do you ever paint with gouache?
No, really, is the short answer. I have watercolors. Used to do in-person beginning watercolor classes. And I didn't look at labels, and sometimes gouache is permanent, and sometimes they'll label the bottle gouache, and it's really like watercolor, and you can wake it back up again once it dries. And I did accidentally buy some gouache, and it didn't wake back up on me when I put it in the tray.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, lesson learned. You learn the best lessons the hard way. I think a lot of people like it. I think a lot of illustrators used to like it. I don't know if that's still true. I don't know that much about it. I'm like, why isn't my watercolor waking up?
Sandy says that would be acrylic gouache.
Probably.
If it doesn't reactivate when it dries.
Yeah. So I don't know what the difference is between watercolor gouache and...
I guess that one would wake back up.
I guess that's the difference, yeah. I'm painting little shapes. I just can't help myself. It's how I work myself through a painting. She, we're going to say it's a she, has rings, which is kind of fun. That you can follow. Or arches, maybe is a better. Rings is too, maybe the wrong descriptive. So that makes fur, and then as I go back, I need to lighten it up. I'm not really looking at my reference photo. So here's like I do this on a rooster, but I'll do it with longer strokes. I kind of just go back and forth and vary the lines, and then sometimes I'll go back and look at the shape, blend it with my finger. I'm not sure I like what I just did there. I kind of want it a little lighter right here. I want it a little darker, so I'm thinking lighter, darker. You could paint this in browns. Most important thing is the lighter or the darker. Somebody asked me about shine in the Facebook group, and I wasn't sure what they meant. How do I know what background color to use on a animal painting to get the animal to shine? I'm pretty sure that's close to how they worded it. So I answered. I typed an answer, but I didn't know. Actually, like dabbing would work great for this fur. Come back and stipple it. I'm just kind of covering it up. Oh, I forgot part of the ear, you guys. Nobody yelled at me. I just didn't like the values. The lightness or darkness of the grays and the black. Is that pretty good? It needs to go lighter. I changed his ear shape. Hers. Patricia? And then the ears are much pinker. I've got my ears. Quite a bit more pink. I think it's cute. And the eyes aren't looking too scary orange to me anymore. They're getting better. I've got a dirty brush, and whoops, went a little too fast.
He's gray, so the dirty brush works.
Oh, dirty brush works with a lot of things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to go a little lighter or a little darker. And actually, we need room for this to be lighter down here. Probably gonna need to go darker in places. But that's kind of neat. I mean, when I don't, I'm kind of pleased with my looser.
Mm-hmm. He's sweet.
Although it is stressing me out, just, you know, not like feel sorry for me, just like it takes time to get there. I'm much looser than I was a year ago. And you don't have to be looser either. It can be something you want to play with. It can be something you don't want to do. Doesn't matter. It's just something I'm interested in. I've been interested in value and color, and now I'm adding looser to the mix. All right, I'm gonna take some brown.
Chase says Patricia looks so cute with like the heart surrounding the smiley face emoji and furry.
I think its name is Patricia, whether I want it to be or not.
It doesn't have to be.
No, I can't.
I think he looks like a boy.
Well, it has a white chest.
Oh, true. I forgot what Tinker
And I think
said.
Tinker was helping us. I'm looking
Can we
for
see if it has, how do we tell if it has...
chest.
Well, it was like a gland, a large scent gland on his chest.
I have no idea. Well, it doesn't mean it shows. It probably under the
Yeah,
fur.
it's probably under the fur.
It's gonna make a creamy beigey. Oh, I might want that a little darker. It was kind of pink in there too. I like that. Let's see, we want to pay attention to direction here. And let's try to make this a little more random than I'm making it. All right, it actually goes lighter up by the face, which I don't know if that's going to make sense, but I'm going to follow my reference. When in doubt, well, I was going to say I don't paint anything from a reference photo. That's not true. I paint the bees.
Oh, I know every state doesn't do it anymore, but this weekend was daylight saving, so we technically lost an hour, but now it's like 7 p.m. and it's still light out.
Yeah, I kind of dislike that because in the studio it's hotter in the summer too because there's
So-
more light.
Oh.
I mean, I know you like, I mean, it's nice. It's not pitch black at 5 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, and it would be dark.
I get it.
It would be dark like after 5, no matter what. You know, like in the dead of winter kind of thing.
Oh, would it?
Yeah. Even if we didn't do that hour business, I think it'd be pretty dark by around 5 or a little after 5. But yeah, I like it.
I get it. I like it for the reasons you like it. I dislike it because it gets, well, then I trimmed the tree. The trees have been trimmed.
Oh, yeah.
So there's nothing blocking the light. It'll be nice for getting more light in here as far as videoing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's an up and a down to absolutely everything. I have this shape here now. Oh, because it changes a little bit. Let's just... Oh, I think I did this wrong. Let's just dab that in. And I think I'm going to want it white. Or we could lose that edge. Then there's like a little gray triangle here. And then there's like a darker gray. I just kind of keep working. I was going to do this area and then I'm like, okay, now I've switched colors in my brush.
Yeah.
And then I just, move on to a, which may seem maddening, but that's just why I'm doing that. I'm trying to be a little bit more efficient. I'm going to grab some white because it's not lightning.
Oh, yeah, 37 minutes ago, winter storm update on Twitter. I got a notification. Oh.
It's so warm today. I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem.
Near blizzard conditions.
Not for us.
I don't know. It's just, it's NWS Omaha. So what that would be?
Well, we're Omaha.
Let's see. I'm doing the map.
The news at 5 or whatever said 1 to 2 inches. I suppose it could be 1 to 2 of blizzardy for a minute, I suppose.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Kearney, York, Columbus to Camas line, all the way up to like O'Neill, past that way, kind of.
further north and
Yeah,
west of
not
us.
us. Not Lincoln or us.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yay.
Like, listen to your mother.
Yay.
I'm yelling at her, people.
Susie says, I really love how you are developing his sweet face. She thinks he's a he as well.
Oh, okay. Pat, it's Pat?
Pat?
Patrick?
Patrick. I was trying to think of, like, it should be named...
So the males have a white chest, too?
I don't know. Let's see. I'll just Google a picture of a male koala. Male koala. Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay.
They kind of have, like, a ring, it looks like. It dips a little bit, depending...
His dips down
Oh,
the chest.
that scent gland is kind of noticeable.
Oh, is it? It's a thing.
It's a thing. So if you, depending on where that picture cuts, I think it's a
I can't see
girl.
this color with my new light.
Oh, its arm would be covering it. Here, I'm worried about the buzzies today, so I've been wearing the headphones on my head all night. Because it's like, it'd be kind of like right here. So this could be a girl, or boy, I mean. I just don't know how this dips.
Well, it can't be Patricia Chase. I'm so sorry.
But if there's a little, where that dip is, or that shadow, if that turns into a gland, then that's a boy. But the gland literally looks like a gash in its chest.
Oh. Oh. I'm going to use this brownish color.
That's interesting.
I guess it's not brownish, it's brown. That is interesting, honey. I'm sorry. I'm just really trying to focus. I call you like honey during every live, and I'm like, ah. Now it pops in my head is we're professionals.
Gwen says, so sweet.
That's sweet.
I think you're painting.
I do think it is. I mean, I was agreeing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were...
usually agree with that at this stage, but
I like the pink.
The warmy pink is fun.
I like the pink ears.
I'm just kind of trying to be messy here and put in some brown because there's like underglow or something going on in the shadow. Oh, my back. Stand up straight. People, everybody take a stretch break. I'm going to grab some white because I cleaned out my brush. And where does that go? It kind of goes.
I was thinking you should name it like, are they really only found in Australia?
Don't know.
Okay.
Feel like it, but don't know.
Where?
Well, I'm sure they're in zoos.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like that, are they like, what is that? Not naturally.
I don't know. I know what you mean, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, my white was so watery that I'm just coming back with some more. Oh, in the Facebook friends group, no 000 pressure to join. But there's an article that I pinned or something. I don't know what the right word is. About how much water you can use. I think it's a pretty good article. In acrylic paints. I thought it was helpful because I used to be scared, like, well, what's too much? Because I kept hearing YouTubers saying, well, don't use too much. Like, well, and then like, don't use, like the jar, I'll say, don't use, use only a quarter water. And I'm like, oh, I don't pay attention. Oh, but it kind of took the pressure off for me. It might help you. I don't remember who wrote the article. Might have been Golden. Yep. So I was looking for a value change and I wasn't getting it here. I'm going to pick this up so I can see it better. I stopped picking it up.
I was thinking you should name it, like an Australian city name.
Oh, Sydney.
You could name it Sydney. And then
That's
that could be a boy or a
cute.
girl.
Could be a boy or a girl.
I was thinking Perth, but that's the west side of Australia, and I don't think they're over there.
Well, I don't know if they're in Sydney either, but
they're on the like east side, southeast side of Australia, so I think they'd be in Sydney.
That's close enough. Cute. I'm still open to more names, but so far it's Sydney. Patricia has gone by the wayside. If
Bye,
Chase is
Patricia.
still listening. I'm just trying to reinforce my white here a little bit. Okay, let's grab some gray. Oh, a little blue right here would be pretty. A little blue. It's even in the reference photo. I'm not going to do it. So I'm limiting my color by, can you see it's kind of blue or gray? Here it's warmer gray. That could be really pretty. Can glaze it. I could come back and glaze it after the live.
Leanne says, love Sydney, with 3 heart emojis.
Oh, it's a winner, huh?
So, ha, 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 Chase.
Uh-oh. Those are fighting words for when you get home.
I don't even know if he's still listening.
He's going to lock you out of the house.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time. Gwen says, what is the canvas size? 8 by 8, right?
Yep.
Canvas panel.
From U.S. Art Supply, link in this video's description. Getting squirrely. I finished a chicken painting today. Painted it all today.
Chase says, I like Patty, but oh well.
Oh, he's listening.
Aww.
Well, Sydney just seems a little more on point. Grab some white with my dirty brush. Here. I keep wanting to do that because I'm so brushstroke direction trained, I guess is a good way to put it. But it will go quicker if I stop that and come back and just add a few in as I go back to it. It's nice that Freckles is sleeping. I probably shouldn't talk about her. Oh, my hair keeps hitting the phone. Have you noticed it wiggling?
No. I haven't.
Okay. I'm going to lose that edge right there where the chin meets the body. You could define it.
Oh, there it wiggled a little bit. I think I
Okay.
finally caught up, but it wasn't bad.
I like the yellow oxide underneath it. It's warming up my gray. I mean, you could paint it white too. I did 2 snowmen. One, I painted it on a gray background. I painted the background gray, and then I painted, maybe even like the following year, the next one on white or vice versa. And like when I put them together, I don't know if I put them together in the video, but when I put them together side by side, I'm like, oh, you can tell that one had been painted gray first. You could see a little bit of different values and color. It's interesting. Wouldn't think it'd matter that much, but it shows whether you really notice it or not. Yeah, this quality, I don't think you have to worry too much about the fur. I'm just looking at the values right now. I see your microphone cord moving, Emily. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just don't know
I think it's just swaying in the wind.
Oh, is that windy? Let's see, we don't want too long though. We want a more dabby. It doesn't have much. And I'm going to grab a little black. It's not very black. I'm going to grab a little more black. I have a dirty brush, which I want. Let's dab in a few. Let's see, I could go crazy getting into this fur because it's just fun. For me, it's fun. I like the detail. I'm making it the same. Let's see, how can I change this? Let's just connect it. No one's gonna know. Okay, I'm gonna kind of just dab now. Gets lighter. Oop, we need white. It gets lighter pretty quick. I can paint some of that out, and I don't like it. I really think the little strokes look like it's fur, or gives the impression of it, I should say. You could come back like with some white and kind of talk about it. Break that line, that edge. Is that better? I need to step back from it. I'm right on top of it. I'm going to look at the live stream. Something went wrong.
Oh no, oh no.
I got a commercial. All right, let's just go back to the koala. I think I need to go. Let's kind of shape him a little bit. Let's go a little darker. That's so weird that it's moving. Oh, it's me. It's my cord making the other cord.
Oh.
It's me.
You're the problem.
I am the problem. I wonder if they can hear the cardinal and the airplane and...
I checked once and you can kind of hear some of the road stuff, so...
Oh, so they probably can. Okay, so there's a shape that goes like that. Just kind of connect it for now. I don't know. It's awfully thin.
Oh, Leanne gave why is my brain blanking?
Because you were zoning and watching me paint.
$9.99 is a super chat.
Oh, thank you, Leanne. I just went to the live. I see you. Thank you.
My brain buffered hard. I was like, what is this? What is this?
Yeah, you were. I think you were chilling. I don't know if that's accurate, but ah. Oh, and there's like a little. I was holding my leg up again. There's a little. Let's put this in. So that's kind of cute. Oh, I kind of missed it over here. Let's put it in.
He's got little crow's feet.
Yeah, he doesn't really have one on that side, but I think it's cute.
Mm-hmm. It makes it look like he's smiling more. Or something.
Yeah, it does. Okay, and let's grab some. Let's grab some white. Oh, a little too light. Ah. My noises.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want his eyes to stand out, but really I could probably just need to add. There's kind of this cute, I think it's because I've got it zoomed in. Kind of a cute shape I'm not quite getting. Too dark. See, I can. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. It's driving me nuts. Okay. Oh, I didn't get rid of the. There we go. I'm like trying to get rid of the live check because it's over some of the areas I want to see.
Oh.
On my iPad. Here. Oh, I know what I need to do. Maybe is go like this. I don't think that's light enough. I'm gonna go down a little bit in brush size. Plus, it's gonna be clean, have less paint in it.
What do we do for Jay?
Just a minute, honey.
A jack-o'-lantern, I bet. Did we do it that long ago?
No,
I'll look.
I was impatient. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't a jack-o'-lantern.
I heard the way you said that, I heard that I was impatient.
Oh,
Like,
no.
and I'm like, what were you impatient about?
No, that was a letter I.
Yeah. J would be a jaguar. I don't know.
What was it?
I don't know. Did we skip a letter?
Did I? I might have.
Um.
Did I skip a letter?
If you did, you're in trouble.
You can just go look at the lives.
I am. I'm trying to scroll through to find I.
Well, I is impatient is the pink that
Yeah.
I'm giving away.
Okay, so here's hen, H. Is this A to Z? No. Oh yeah, here's the impatient.
I might have forgot.
We didn't do J.
I forgot J. I don't know my alphabet.
We didn't do J.
Oh, funny. I totally skipped. Uh-oh.
I was like,
no one would have really probably noticed if you hadn't said anything. That's funny.
we can. Oh, sorry, I hit my mic. We can do the A to Z series, and then now we have to do in parentheses minus J, and on the thumbnail.
Just link to J's for Jacqueline. I did one last Halloween. It's a cute one. That's funny.
Gwen says, I'm a newbie to your channel and love your painting style. Thanks for sharing your videos.
Oh, thanks for hanging out with us. We like the lives and we like to get to know you. I'm going to have a stretch of what's on my easel as I'm getting ready for an art show. Next week is going to be a sandhill crane. They're in central Nebraska right now, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yep. I believe, or else they're already gone. I don't know. No, they're... So I had that curve there, and I've broken that line a couple different ways. I don't mind that this one's here, but maybe I'll kind of break it a little. I've slowed down, I think.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Oops, way too dark. Grab some white. Let's do a little wet on wet. Pardon me. I think that was pretty quiet.
I didn't even hear it.
Good. I'm going to do black. Where? Let's zoom in on this ear. Okay, I rather like that there's a little detail here, so let's put it in. Just kind of wiggle it. It's not that black, but hopefully I'll remember to come back over it. Here, let's just... wipe off my brush. Kind of hit it. Okay. Ooh, I need some water. But guys can probably hear me breathing.
Suzanne says, Annie, I'm working on a large 24 by 48 canvas. Would you varnish it?
Ooh, I varnish everything. Helps protect it. Actually, I have a varnish video, and it shows that I put a gel gloss. I call it an isolation layer. It isn't because I use permanent varnish, so it's not isolating anything. But I like the gel. The gel gloss really makes the colors pop. And then I almost always put satin UV varnish over it. And I think it just gives a little more depth. Sometimes I'll put gloss varnish over like the ornaments I paint. Let's see, where's this ear go? And I take them to the galleries, or even for shipping. All that protects it. Stuff will still stick to it. Like you don't want to put your acrylic paintings face to face. They'll glue themselves together eventually. But like, you know, people handle it when the painting sells. Whoever's working at the gallery is handling it, wrapping it up. So it just helps protect it. And then it helps protect it from the varnish helps it make it even more light fast. Some colors are more light fast than others.
She says, thank you.
Yeah, probably too much information. I just kind of keep talking on the topic when I'm
That's
trying to paint. I'm better at it than I used to be. I recommend it, but a lot of people think you don't need to varnish acrylic paintings. Oh, here's something I heard on Jerry's Artorama. Jerry's Artorama. They have a Jerry's Artorama art store. We don't have one here. They have a YouTube channel. And so acrylic paint, when it dries, it shrinks, and you'll notice you get like little white dots sometimes on your canvas or whatever the under the bottom color is. And it shrinks a little when it dries. And this person was saying that it's a little porous. There's little teeny tiny microscopic holes in the acrylic paint, and eventually the dirt will stick in those holes and you can't wipe it off. It just becomes part of your painting. Boy, I'm like definitely lobbying for varnishing paintings.
Yeah, you've got stock in the varnish.
You think I did? you think Liquitex was sponsoring us or something?
But only the varnish.
Yeah. I was using spray varnish, but I really like the Liquitex permanent because it cleans up with water. There's no odor. Dries quick.
I miss the smell of the spray varnish.
Oh, well, I was out in the garage fighting the wind and the bugs, and didn't really like it. I'm gonna put a little dark here. There really isn't.
Leanne says, "You guys are so funny."
Well, good. A lot of people tell us to stop talking. I'm like, well, you could turn the volume down. I want you guys to get to know us, too. We hang out too much, I think, for mother-daughter, don't you think?
Probably.
I think it's not normal. It's not normal. It's not good. I worry about it. I don't worry about it so much anymore because you're old.
It's good. I'm old. It's good.
Well, I feel sorry for Chase.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Chase, honestly. That's about it, though.
I'm over at your house. That's not cool. I used to buy him dinner, but I haven't done that in a long time. I don't know why I did that.
It keeps me from bugging him, though. Because, if he leaves me alone too long, then I call you and you're like, Emily, is Chase not home?
Where's Chase? You've never, from the minute I met you, you have never liked being alone. And you weren't like a clingy kid. It's hard to describe.
I remember being very clingy.
But you're a very independent person. So it's an interesting combo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just remember you, getting ready in the mornings. I don't know how old I would have been, so I would have been laying, but I just am laying at your feet.
Between my feet?
Between your feet, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 4.
Oh, 4? Okay. Because I'm like, I don't feel like I was getting, I should have been getting ready for school if I was 5.
Well, you've been going to daycare. I feel like it was daycare.
Probably.
I don't know. That's probably right, since that's the first number that came to my head.
Or clinging to your legs, and I just remember digging my head into the back of your thigh.
Probably too much information for live. I mean, I don't care if you don't care.
Yeah. That's just if I think about short, really young Emily, I picture laying at your feet while you get ready in the morning, or just clinging to your leg and gripping your thigh.
Here's where brushstroke direction can really make it fun and help you. I have one just hanging out there.
Oh, I like that ear.
This year's better. See, I'm loosening up as I paint.
Yeah, it is better.
You can tell. I don't know if you can tell my voice, but I can feel I'm relaxing other than I'm slouching.
Suzanne says, no, don't stop talking. I always learn something new every week.
Oh, good. I do too.
And Susie says, same here. Yeah, we learned about the koala scent gland from Tinker.
I love that. It makes it so much more interesting and fun for me. I love that you guys come to work with me. It's really, Emily's right about a lot of things, and I fight her. I don't fight her. I just no, I don't want to. Oh gosh, Emily, it's been an hour and a half. Do I keep trying to go, or do I do a part 2?
Up to you.
Tell me when it's tell me when it's 8.
Okay.
Do you guys or actually chat? Do you want me to make this a part 2, or should I keep going?
We have 20 friends. I can make a poll. I'll make a poll.
We were talking about personal things. Anyway, I don't remember what we were talking
What
about.
was I saying? Start a poll. Shall we?
I'm surprised how much Emily's thinking I'm going to chat. I'm surprised how much Emily and I can. Well, I could talk about pretty much everything, and way too many words. Emily uses a lot of words because she grew up with me, you know. But I'm like, it's just funny how much we can talk every day. It doesn't seem like it's normal or healthy. Let's not get any psychologists on that want to learn to paint on the live here. Any therapists?
Yeah, no one psychoanalyze us.
That's okay. We're crazy.
Okay, I am putting out the poll.
We're
Shall we
good
keep
crazy.
going or make a part 2 next week? Keep going, part 2 next week are the options. What am I going to vote?
Can you vote anonymously?
Oh, yeah, it's all anonymous. So that way if you
I think
feel
you
bad.
tell me that every time.
That's fine. And that way if you feel bad about saying, like, stop.
Please stop. Just stop.
I can't see what you say.
I don't mind that people don't want us to chat. I'm like, well, turn the volume down. Or there's not a whole lot of tips I'm giving. It's we get into interesting conversations. And my tips are just what I'm doing, really. I'm doing little brush strokes because he has little short fuzzy fur, cotton ball fur. We decided it's a he.
Well, it's Sydney.
Sydney.
So
Oh, that's right, Sydney.
we're safe either way. Because we can't quite see the chest gland. That's like the number one giveaway. Because at first I'm like, oh, that's probably not a giveaway. And then I Googled, and it's like very apparent.
I assumed it would be covered.
I know, so did I. Okay, so far it's 75 to 25%, and keep going is winning.
Okay. Oops, I'm not looking at my reference photo, and I don't know if I need to. Oh, yeah, I kind of did. I kind of painted out maybe something we want.
Oh, Suzanne says, you two remind me of my mother and I. We were best friends.
Oh. Yeah, my mom and I were best friends. She'd come up every month. Well, I'd go down. Well, it just depends on when. I know you don't need all the details, but we would do lunch every month.
Yeah, on the month of July of 2000, did you go up or down?
I don't know. Well, as she got older, I always went.
Yeah,
to,
you always
I
went
went
up,
to her
yeah.
because she wasn't driving anymore. Still go see my dad.
Keep Going is in the lead with 80%.
Oh, okay. We'll keep going. I'll
I
try
don't
and
know how
speed
many
up
votes.
here.
5 votes. 16 people watching, so that's not a majority, but if you vote, you get a say.
I am happy. Thank you. That's awesome to have 16. Is that what you said?
17, 19, 19. It depends where I look.
Oh, yeah. When you
19.
talk about it, it drops. I'm going to put a burner right here.
Yeah. Oh, no. It went to 67. Now we have more of a split because I think I called people up.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, are you thinking only going till 8?
I'm going to try and get it done. I need to.
Okay.
Because really, I could stop with one layer. I usually do 2 layers. But in several of my videos, I was going to say a lot.
Mm-hmm.
In a few of my videos, I'll say, you could stop now, but I don't.
I know. That's the one I recall the most with that is the frog. That's still the header on the friends group. Because, like, when I was editing that video, all I hear is, okay, so this is, like, layer bajillion of the dots, but you could have stopped layer, like, 10, layer 1.
This is how I do layer 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really need layer 50.
And you'd kind of say that, like, every time you chimed in, you're like, okay, did another layer, you could have totally stopped.
But myself likes layer 50.
You like a whole tube of paint in that painting.
Well, in the case of Poober last week, he needed another layer, and he seriously needed lightning, and I was bringing up in value.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wasn't hearing myself. I was saying it. I wasn't doing it. But that's okay, too. That's a good example of you need to step away from your painting.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always get it right.
Oh, 71%. 75%. Okay, 8 people have voted.
Emily likes the polls.
I know. It's exciting. It's like a little race. We're holding democracy here, right now.
Oh, those ears are kind of fun. I really need to look at it and step back because my habit is to step back by now.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel it's bugging me. I habits. Sometimes habits are helpful and sometimes they hold you in place. I don't know which this one is. So there's the side of the face, and I'm kind of losing it. And I'm just dabbing for suggestion. Kind of lose it right there. My darn pates. I think it's because the window's open.
Mm-hmm. Gwen says, acrylic is all about the layers for me.
Oh gosh, yeah. So is oil.
Then Annie's your girl.
Even if it's alla prima. I don't paint in oil, but colored pencils. I watch a lot of I'm chatty. Chalk pastel. I watch chalk pastel artists on YouTube. Karen Margulis. Marla Baguetta hasn't been posting videos lately. I'm like, I really love her work. It's really been evolving. I decided to go darker and show this edge. I might even go darker than it really is. Oh, now I lined up all those strokes because I'm talking. So we'll just come back and break it up.
Oh, Suzanne says I lost the poll. Wait, did you lose the poll as in your option didn't win? Oh, we're back to 67-33. Or did the poll go away for you?
That's a good question.
We got 9 votes. That means the last person that voted for part 2 next week.
We could ask if they even like Sydney. We don't have to do another poll. But if you even like the name Sydney. I think they said they did. Here, you know what? I haven't done we really can't do it's a pretty big. Here, we'll do a quick little. I want to highlight in the eyes. I haven't done that yet.
Mm-hmm.
And the chin's flat.
His little chin is flat.
Okay, let's get in. What do I need to get in? Oh, a little pink in there would be kind of fun. Okay, stop. I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna. Put a little yellow on his cheek. Oh, I kind of like it. See, once I get the first layer done, then I start doing things. I'm like, ooh. It gets to be a little bit less work and more fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, the poll disappeared for Suzanne.
Oh.
And I don't know how to get it back.
You're not allowing her to vote. I think that's illegal to block her from the polls.
Well, maybe it's, she's Canadian and this is an American voting system.
Careful, kiddo. I don't think that's that bad, but I'm like, whoa. Yeah, that's funny.
Tinker says, I'm the opposite. If I can skip layers, I will. Wet into wet for the win, LOL.
Oh, yeah, that's a great way to paint. It's a great way. I'm into glazing. I've been into glazing for a while, and I'm heavily into it these days.
Sorry. My brain popped back to Canada, because I saw something online. I think it may be on TikTok, like last week, that made me think of how, I think Suzanne said the targets, are no good.
Yeah.
Oh, it came back up. Yay. Hopefully you can vote then.
We're still going.
Yeah. I'm still letting it sit, even though it's still just at 67-33. But I saw that Australian targets weren't any good either.
Interesting.
Because I don't think there's any targets in Canada anymore. I think that Suzanne said that before. Because they sold, not the American stuff. And you'd think that would be an easy ship. Just send a truck.
Yeah.
Instead of,
Canada?
getting it all the way to Australia. But the Australian one was just as also disappointing, apparently, too.
Oh, interesting.
I saw it online, and then that made me think of one time in the chat we were talking about that.
Yeah. I'm just trying to reinforce my whites because they don't dry. They dry a little darker. lost some of the brown. It needs a little more work in here.
Yeah, she says we don't have targets.
Maybe I'll grab a little brown, while it's wet. Just kind of muddle it. We make mud. I just do some wet on wet blending on occasion. We could be darker in here too. Okay, is everything painted?
I like the brown on him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice shadow.
He kind of needs a little. I've got to look at him in the. I got 20 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. On the dot.
I looked at my watch.
Oh, okay.
Don't be impressed. I should have not said anything.
Yeah, you should have just taken it. You just felt it.
Oh, I think this bothers me here. That's one of the first things I see. And wow, it's lagging. That must be my iPad. Oh yeah, let's get up here.
Yeah, sometimes if
Oh yeah, that's way better already.
yeah, it decides your internet,
Oh,
or it's not using it as a priority, it'll send it back.
I exaggerated this, but I'm getting a nice curve in the ear. Oh, the pink is cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to take some water. You could take matte medium. I'm just going to take water. Sometimes, and I just, whatever my mood is, I do it both ways. Oh, matte medium looks like this. You could use glass medium. I like this because it dries matte. I'll scan it or photograph it. And I don't like the shine when I'm painting. If I have some shiny areas and some, I get cranky, would be, an accurate way to say it. But you can also use just water. Oh, here, now I'm going to look at my reference photo now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to smear it too. He's got some warm, Sydney, he or she. Sydney's a they. So I don't know if it's a he or she. Has some warm undertones in here, which are nice. And I think it'll help it look. We'll have to see when I can back up from it.
Gwen says buffering, grr. I'm back in the video. The video froze, but it's okay now. Yeah, hopefully, I don't see any issues, so hopefully.
It's okay on my phone.
Yeah, hopefully it stays good. I'm going to end the poll. We're stuck at 9 votes, 67-33.
Just reinforcing some of my white. Ooh, my paint's drying. So it's nice if you have bigger blobs. Like I don't need that much brown by anything, but I can poke into it and get, and get wet paint. I just hit it. Sometimes I get a little frustrated because I'll make a big puddle, but I don't think that did anything. Oh, let's, gosh, there's a lot of things I want to do.
Gwen says, I'm in Central America, so it's my internet. Yeah, that's
Oh,
far away.
Hey,
Yeah.
hello.
That's what I like about YouTube, because you can be so far away.
The world is such a much smaller place, which I think is a good thing. I think that's a very good thing. I ruined it, but I want it brighter. I had a nice stroke there. So ruined is a bit drastic. What time is it?
It is 7:43.
No, where,
Gwen says that she's in Panama.
Oh,
I can Google what time it is.
that's really fun for me.
Oh, it's the same time.
Is it? Oh, in Panama. Whoops, the art brains are going tonight.
I find that interesting, I guess. I would think it's a different time. Because it's not like, you can't, even in the U.S., it's different times.
Yeah,
It's 7:43 here. Or 7:44 now.
I'm gonna.
I have to, let's see here.
I don't know how that. I'm right on top of it, so I don't know how that's working. Should probably stop. Just messing with the value a little bit. Actually, I like that. I'm gonna. So this is where painting will take me. Of course, I wouldn't maybe rush either through the first part. But I'll come back and play with stuff. I was gonna work on the eyes and the chest, and I totally. Oh, let's glaze some pink in the chest. To me, I think I already said this like 3 times now. This is the fun part. Ooh, that's a lot of pink. Let's take my blending finger. Oh, you can tell it's warm in here. My hands are pink. I think they're pink every week. I'm going to put a little pink here and see if I go crazy. Or I like it. I don't like that. That's glazing. I'll see things. And I don't know how accurate I need to be. I could be done.
I like the glow, or the glazing you did of the brown.
I think it's just a nice little, hopefully this is, and I'm moving it up, hopefully it's in. Oh, you know what, we could go
It's a little bit on the edge, but you're good.
We could go a little lighter here. I've got a strong, I keep looking at the strong black, but it looks like that in the reference photo. I could go a little, oh, the mouth. I keep forgetting about the mouth, you guys. Because I see other things.
Gwen says, we don't ever change our clocks because we're close to the equator. That would be nice. Well, I know some states don't now. They decided not to.
Is Arizona one?
Yes, because Chase is a friend there, and like now it's 9 something. Is that wrong? 9 something there, and it's 11 something here.
Talking and arting is enough. Don't ask me to math.
I don't know if that's the correct math. That's I'm
Definitely don't ask me to spell. I can't do that.
And maybe it's not Arizona. Maybe. But yeah, the time change is no fun. I don't like changing the time.
It's been easier for me, but I woke up at 9 a.m. again this morning. Like, oh, my day goes fast when that happens.
For some reason, I feel like this is the easier one. It's the jump, and then everything's like in total darkness is the hard
the
one.
fall bugs me more.
Even though that's the one you gain an hour, so theoretically you'd have like an extra hour in your day. For some reason, that one's harder to adjust to.
I'm trying to get those messy little white things random.
Make them look a little extra fuzz.
Okay, eyes. I really want to play with this for a lot more.
Well, if you finish the eyes, then you can go back to the fur.
All right, the eyes are kind of orange and they're brown on the reference photo. I'm grabbing my #1 round. I'm gonna brown them up a little. Let's give them another coat of shadow. And you really can't see this in the reference photo. But I'm gonna. I know the light's coming from up here. Mr. Sun's up here. Thank you for drawing Mr. Sun, Emily. Emily originally drew it and then just used clear packing tape. And then we put it in our merch shop, which is below the regular videos, not the lives. And I need to buy another.
Right?
He's a sticker.
Yeah.
Well, I've got him on my, my water container. This is in my shop too, which is like an advertisement, so we'll stop that business. But I really like the stickers. I need to get some more. There's a pretty blue highlight in this eye. Really makes me want to grab some blue, but let's just kind of slowly. I have a live where I painted a really big dog's eye that you guys might like. I didn't link it in this video's description. See, because I can come back now and put all kinds of detail in. I kind of want it a little darker there, but darker here, and I don't know if I'm getting it. Just leave it.
You got 10 minutes.
Thank you. So I better get these eyeballs done. Oh, and we could put in like some little hairs and stuff. Those are like a little long, but I'm gonna leave them. I don't know if I like that or not. Okay, is that weird? Do we like the eyes? I'm asking myself. Ooh, pardon me. I made them kind of orange on purpose because you can always, excuse me. Oh, see, but that's gonna be too light. I think let's go back to that color. Let's maybe just. A little dab will do ya. Let's darken this eye. Sometimes making the eyes a little different can make it look a little more realistic. Even if you don't, I see it in this reference photo because I really want to paint a blue. I'd call it a low light. Let's just kind of move this down. Looks kind of sleepy. I wonder if I need to make him a little rounder. When I'm painting, you know, a video or just painting, doesn't matter what I'm doing. When I'm painting and it's not alive, it takes me a while to warm up. I don't usually just like jump in and go boom, like I do with the lives. And then I definitely get into a rhythm and I don't fight it, if that makes sense. If I'm in a slow mood, I'm in a slow mood. Sometimes I'm in kind of a speedy mood, not too often. So I'm making his eye a little bigger, and my brush is splitting, so I'm just kind of just lightly swiping. And I'm gonna, he has kind of cat eyes. Sydney does.
A little bit, yeah.
Kind of.
So, because I was digging for that one to see if we skip J. I was scrolling back through all the videos, and let's see.
Did I skip lots of things, or
No. Oh crap! I already forgot the date. Now I gotta go back.
Oh, I interrupted you.
I think it was the 17th.
So I've got a little yellow oxide and white, and I'm gonna put hopefully a lighter dot. Whoa, I've got water running down because I didn't wipe it. I caught it. Sometimes it puddles right onto your painting. Oh, I need to add black onto this eye too. We're gonna add like some not white highlights.
We are almost exactly a month away from your, like, because you were uploading videos, like you did time lapses and the chalk videos, you know? But,
Well, the first driveway is our first official video.
the first driveway.
Chalk video that you came over and you
I thought there were other videos before that.
There are, but they were like for other things.
Oh.
There were.
Well,
There's
I was
like a
gonna
time-lapse
say-
cow that's done insanely well. That's just really a bad video. That was, it's weird. So I guess, yeah, there's some videos. Just make your point. I'll stop arguing. See,
Well-
I fight her. I fight her, and I
Well,
don't know.
I was gonna say that your first art teaching video really is like the watercolor tips and tricks for beginners. That first video.
Okay.
We posted it, or you posted it probably on April 17th of 2020.
Oh, are we coming up? We are, but we just started our third year, I thought.
I don't know. The chalk video that I am in the
kinda making
thumbnail
the
of
eyes
is
a
March
little-
25th, so that hasn't happened yet.
Kind of making the eyes a little bigger. All right, let's put a white in.
But that'll be fun. We're almost
So
into
how-
our third year.
Finishing our third year?
Well, it'll be 3 years from the last Like if we were going by what I was saying, the watercolor video was posted April 17th of 2020.
I have been saying for the longest time we just started our 3rd year.
Oh.
But I might be counting from a different video.
Yeah. Or like you're counting Christmases.
No.
Because we've done like 3 rounds of.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Bonita says, gotta make sure the cows made their way to the barn. Gotta make sure the cows made their way to the barn. Great live, Annie and Emily. Y'all have a great night.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming and hanging. Leanne says, so much fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you both.
They've had enough. It's time to quit.
Well, you said you would be done at 8, so we're, it's winding down.
I'm adding detail.
Everyone's getting their jammies on, tucking into bed.
Was it that late?
No. Maybe for some people.
Yeah.
Depending on
Depends
where
on
you
where you
live.
are.
Yeah. There's probably already people asleep and in their jammies that'll watch it later.
Oh, I keep forgetting about the mouth. Let's do the mouth. I get hung up with playing with the values, and I will pay more attention to overall to the eyes, nose, mouth, and then sometimes I'll have less detail. I don't have an example as I go out. Probably be nice if I kept my palette one direction. I think it was pretty much this way most of the live.
He looks really good.
Thank you. I'm trying to decide what to do because he's got a little line that runs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go darker here, which is way darker than the reference photo. Although there's a little brown line here. Actually, I think the cord is you because I see it moving and I'm not moving.
I'm not moving.
That's weird.
I think it's the wind.
That must be me.
I think when you turn and look, your cord moves, and then our cords are touching.
Oh, okay. And so I just see the final.
Mm-hmm.
So I can work on this shape a little bit more and refine it. Okay. So that's much darker than the reference photo, but it helps his nose come forward a little bit. It's fine. Do what you want. It's your painting. That's to me as much as you guys. Oh, that might be a little light.
He looks like he's doing like a little smirky.
He is. He totally is.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for saying that because I'm going to take this brown.
He's doing like a little sly, smirky kind of.
He's got a darker.
He looks like he has a secret.
I know, it's so cute. The link to this reference photo is in this video's description. Kind of pull that mouth out a little more. I could blend this in a little more, his cheek things.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also got like little...
He does have little cheek chubs.
He does. We could put like a few little... Just trying to swipe. Let's try a little more water. I roll my my brush to get a point. See, this is the stuff I like right here. It's going to dry darker and I might have to come back and reinforce it again. That's okay. I think this is what makes the painting sometimes.
You have maybe a minute.
Oh no.
You have to plate it and you got to put it on the, just like at all the
Oh, the cooking shows.
the
or
cooking
whatever?
shows where, you know, they've like, you have 60 seconds, and then they're rushing to plate it, and then they have to rush it to the table.
Okay, we'll call it done.
And then Gordon Ramsay screams at them that it's raw.
I've never seen that. If you want more of the little white flecks, take a makeup brush that's round on the top. I know I have some. I just can't see them. I don't know where I put them. I probably stuck them someplace because I did a cloud video with them. I think I just stuck them someplace. I'll quit looking because I'm running out of time. This is a Deerfoot stippler. Just to show you guys. You could add, oh, it's not showing. A little bit. It's showing a little bit. You're going to have to kind of work with it and test the values. I'm not getting anything on it. Here,
Gwen says so beautiful.
I grabbed a little bit of water. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. It's really fun to hang out with other artists. I really like it.
Suzanne says she is so cute with the like hearts around the smiley face emoji.
Thanks. You can kind of just stamp him. Stamp Sydney. I don't know if it's showing. There we go.
Yes, it is. Stamp Sydney.
If you want to get some...
Oh, that makes him look so much fuzzier. I like that.
So this is kind of a fun fur, but unusual fur. I've never painted a koala before.
I like that.
That's not showing there.
No, but I think because it's lighter.
Yeah, I need to change values.
I like that.
I really was going to do more fun ear hairs too, but...
I like his messy. It's like loose, but not
just
really loose, you know?
Yeah, I think it'd just be fun to add some more
Long ones.
crazy things.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, so those of you who left,
You left too soon.
here's dessert.
Here's dessert. This is the icing on the cake.
Well, it takes a while sometimes. And this is where I really like layers. If I don't like it, it's dry enough I can wash it off. That's not really showing. I can see it in person, but I don't think that's going to show on the...
A little bit. When you start getting to a bigger area, you can tell that you've gone where you've gone. If that makes any sense.
I've gone over, haven't I?
2 minutes over, so...
Okay. Let's grab a little gray. I just thought, it just popped in my head. I'm like, ooh, I should show them.
It'll just be docked in your grade.
Here, we could... But, no, actually, I don't mind. That's going to be a happy accident. It's kind of light. I wanted it darker. Let's not fix that just yet.
I like it.
Try to be random. Don't like it, I smear. Let's see if I can bring this up a little bit right here.
Ooh. I like that.
If it's everywhere,
It's nowhere.
and when I say that, I probably should stop.
I like it in his ears, too.
That's how I'm going to get crazy hairs quicker. And I can't control it. Alrighty, I better call it done. Everybody wants to go.
You've kept them after the bell.
I know it. And I'm going to sign homework. And no, I'm not going to sign homework. I want it whiter in here. That brush isn't working. We're going to leave it. It is good. Does not have to be perfect.
I love him. Her.
Sydney.
Sydney.
I put a little pink on top of the nose, which isn't there. But as long as we're going for cute pink.
I love Sydney.
I'm going to go to the chat and say goodbye, unless anybody has any more questions or comments. Emily's probably starving.
No. Chase and I had a snack on the way home from where we were today.
From your outing?
So.
Oh, I just got water on it.
Oh, no.
It'll be fine. That's what I like about acrylics, too. Of course, you wouldn't get water on an oil painting. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I got a nice, like, stippling effect right up in here.
Gwen says, have a great night and thanks again.
Thanks for coming, Gwen. The eyes are blobby.
I like the blobby eyes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're expertly painted. That sounds bad.
I like Gwen. Gwen.
They're loosely.
I like Sydney up close.
Like it's now named Gwen.
No, I just thought like right as I was looking at chat, right when I was about to say I like Sydney up close, and Gwen said good night.
Yeah, I like the eyes. They're not quite so orange. I'm looking at the what I see the delay.
Yeah.
I like that I put some yellow oxide here because it pulls in the background.
Mhm.
And I didn't really talk about the background, but it's very simple. I just have it pointing. It's pretty much like the sun is shining.
Mhm. I love. Susie says, I love it. I love.
Okay, guys. I think that's probably it, huh?
I think it's it.
Thanks for hanging out with Sydney, Emily, and I tonight. Emily's laughing. I thought that was cute.
That is cute. No, that's what I like
okay.
it. Sydney's hanging with us.
We love hanging out with you. We love our besties. I couldn't, as I said before, I couldn't do this without all of you guys. Great, big, happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.